Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. This is Joanne with Jewel Design, and we are in a craft and chat video as we're finishing up June. I'm going to squeeze this into the last week of June, and it'll be sort of a tiny series. We'll see how I go with it. But as you've been following me, hopefully you guys saw me on my last digital reveal. We did the Pretty Purple French kit, first kit in like over a month. I did my aged wallpaper. I did the French and purple kit. Well, life has been crazy, so I haven't really been in the ability or timing or design or crafty or whatever you want to call it, inspiration, to do a lot of digitals right now. Digitals sometimes take a lot of work and time and energy, and once I get started, I want 3 or 4 days to really work on something, which is why that purple kit took so long in 2 separate entities, because I just didn't have the time to sit for like 3 or 4 days straight and get it all done. So I released it as I went. So anyway, the whole point is I've decided that I have so many of my kits printed out. So when I do a digital reveal to you guys, I print my whole kit out in best quality. Sometimes I ship it off to a designer that, someone who does a lot of crafting, and they get the clean copy. Like, I'll do my reveal, I send off the copy, release my video, and I'm not sitting on a bunch of copies. But lately, I've been printing a lot of my copies and my kits and showing them to you guys, and then they're sitting in my studio. And I'm getting to that point where I need to start making stuff with my digitals, showing you what could be done with them, at least in what my ideas are, how you could use my kits, and hopefully inspire you to use other kits, right? So probably for the month of July, I'm going to work on my kits that I've printed out, right, my clean copies, and make journals with the rest of you guys, and just show you what I'm up to, show you what I'm doing. Some of these will be for myself, some of these will be up for sale sooner or later. And the one kit I've been dying to work on for over a year is my Wildflower Garden Botanical kit. This was one of my first mega kits, and you'll see this. There was literally 5 sets of colored digitals that I did in one. So you had multicolored, you had purple with yellow, you had green with purple, blue with yellowy orange, and pink with blue. And there was 3 to 4 pages of each one of these within the whole kit, and then ephemera to go with it. So it was one of my first mega kits. It was one of my big ones. And I've been dying to make a full journal with this. Now, as you can see, I have 5 signatures right now. And together, it's like 126 or 124 front and back pages if I do this as one big kit, one big journal. And this is my dilemma. Do I make it a 5 signature, 2-inch or 1.5 to 2 inch binded spine journal, and you guys have this sort of rainbow effect in here, which actually I was going to do it this way. I put the cream in the middle. We go purple, we went green, blue then pink, or pink then purple. Middle, separate the purpley colors just a little bit, but either way, however you did it, I wanted to put the cream in the middle and make it a 5 signature ordeal, 120 plus pages, plus anything I put inside, right? Deck it out, make the ephemera, still make sure that you have plenty of journal pages and things in it. Or do I do a collection of rainbow small signatures, and where I have 5 small soft covered or fabric, even fabric covered signatures, and you have a pink one, a purple one, a blue one, multicolored, and a green one. And I have more dye colored papers here where I can add, I think I have 3 for each one. So we get a total of, like, let's see, we have 1, I don't know if this counts. I don't know if this counts or not. I don't really count it. 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 10, 10, 12, 14, 16. So it's like a 32 page, give or take. Each one of these are about 32 to 36 pages. So it's sort of small. I mean, it's not a huge journal. It's a very small one. And I have fabrics, I think, for almost all of these. And so I'd either cover cardstock, like, not cardstock, but I'd cover, like, the, what's the word? The cereal boxes, right? Take the cereal boxes, cover it with fabric on one side, fold it over, paper on the inside, and then you have a small sort of naked journal on the inside with a little bit of ephemera. But I don't think 36 pages for a naked journal is enough. I really don't. So I'd have to find more papers, and that's a little tricky on my behalf because I don't have a lot of paper. I mean, I bought this rainbow kit, thankfully, knowing that they would go with this kit, because I've been sort of collecting for quite some time on this one. I had a huge container. So I have all the colors. I have the green, the blue, the pink, the beige, and the purple for each one of these. I've got stuff to go in almost all of them. I have gorgeous flowers. If I was making this one big one, I had all these pretty flowers to really deck the front of this. This journal was going to have a massive floral entity on the front. I have tools. I have all kinds of stuff for this kit. I just don't know whether to make them 5 small ones or 1 large one. So I figured today we would start off sort of showing you what's in each one of them, play with a few pieces. No matter what happens, the pieces I put in it are going to stay. Like, that's not going to change. It's just whether or not I add all the dye. I might have some pre-printed coffee dye pages. Like, I'd have to really buff these up, buff these up, because, like, okay, I have a green based, I think I still have all the stuff in here, green based piles of paragraph tag to put in here because it's green. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I'll call that 14, 16, 18. So then you go, the other half is only 36. That's only 36 pages, but front and back pages. And some of these don't have a lot extra, so 36, yeah, just to make it even a 40. I might have enough cards. I have some really pretty pre-printed, I'm still here, guys. I'm just sort of off to one side here. I mean, I probably could pull from every ounce of paperwork I have, but I have these odd coffee dyed. They're digital coffee dyed. So I could add, what, 2 more sheets gives me 4 more, 2 more of each one of these into one of these guys would give me maybe 40 front and back pages. So it makes it for a small sort of naked journal. I do the work on the front. I add a few little things on the inside, maybe add a few belly bands and pockets or something just to help enhance it, so you could then keep adding your favorite pieces, you know, to a green journal. Add your favorite pieces to, you know, one of the colors. But see, I don't know. So we're going to work on it today. I'm probably going to work on each signature to the point where I'm happy. And if I feel there's enough, we'll add a bunch of pages and make them 5 separate journals. If I don't feel I can enhance it that well, then I may just make it one large 5 signature journal. And we will go ahead and make it one big, fancy, you know, massive 120 something page journal. So you have to tell me in the comments what you think would work best. And would you rather see a really large, you know, wildflower garden journal and with all this sort of this rainbow effect, you know, journal, or would you rather have the option to buy one color coded journal and pick and choose which one, which they wouldn't be that expensive. You know, the fabric and the flowers on the front are probably the most expensive part of all of it. Mine is my print work, but that's not even that expensive. So here's sort of get an feel for what they are. Each one of them had journal pages. Each one of them had a backing that I used a lot, as you can see. Each one of them had a scanned scanned photo page overlapped. They all have dye colors in them. And then each one had its decorative page, which is great for the first page of every good book. I put a doily in each one. This one happens to be a heart because it happens to be pink. I have these leftover scrappy sections that I thought I'd use for either pockets, belly bands, tags. I sort of was pulling from stuff. And the fun thing is I have some things for all of these that are huge. I mean, for a front cover, I have this gorgeous pink, what is this? An applique? It's like an applique of some sort, but you know, I thought that'd be great on the front cover. I have pink lace up the wazoo. I have pink beads for the middle. Now my butterfly here is going to go in probably this one. And then I had all this pink stuff. I have all kinds of pink accents that I think would be really fun to use, but those pages aren't big enough. I probably can take one of my die cuts for a small page, but I don't want too many small in there. I have tickets. I have more things to add to the edges for belly bands. That could be fun. It's a fabric belly band. I got a whole pink kit from Handcrafted by Just Gigi. And I just bought a purple kit from her too. I'm so excited because I have a purple journal that probably hopefully by the end of July I'll be working on. That's a little too bright. But I have this fun little card. I have this. I even have this little fuzzy. So I may make something a little bit more 3D banner inside. But I would definitely want to save this for the external in case I do a cover for this one. I want this on the front cover for sure. So I have bits and pieces to make clusters and collages and fun things. That is a little bright though. Hot pink is probably not quite the coloring to go in this one, since it is a pale pink with blue accents. So we don't want to do that too much. Isn't that fun? That would be fun to decorate that, and even maybe slit it as a, make slits and make it a pocket, and then decorate up like a bottom corner and stuff. So I have bits and pieces I definitely want to use for this pink kit. So that's not a problem. I know I definitely want that. Like I said, I have pink lace to put on the outside. I may cut it to where I have the ribbon edge piece. It's one big piece. But I want to have, I'll use this as a pocket. I'll use this as a trim. And this would be on the outside if I decide to make it a separate entity. So there's that. Now I do have, this one is sort of a raspberry to pink to a teal, like a gray teal. But I don't know if that coloring would work at all. It might be fun to pull that teal on a page, just to pull more blues and greens into that one. I do have a teal, but I think it's the wrong color. It might not be. That might be fun. I know it's very green, but green and purple. So again, that might be fun on a page that's sort of like just greens, or even opposite of, because we have all this, so it's not bad. I mean, it's a little bit more blue-green than this. It's definitely more yellow-green. But I have a bunch of creamy taupey stuff that is going to be used on any of these, because they're all sort of indicated of that. So there's that. So how you guys all doing? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the 60+ views on my last digital reveal. I haven't had that in a while. I really appreciate you guys at least taking a quick glance and seeing what I had going. It really made my day with all that's going on. That was really huge. So I'm hoping you guys will chime in here. It's a little crafting chat. So as we're trying to figure out what to do with this kit, you know, sorry, I saw something and I wanted to see what it was. I have pink papers to decorate stuff with, but oh, it's another sort of pinky gold butterfly, so I may use that over there. I know I have my own stuff, which I have some pink ones I might have left in here. These are all a little too purple or really big or something. That's a card, which is pretty. That might work on those. If I enhance that, I can use those. So it depends on what I'm using in this whole kit and caboodle there. But pink, you never have too much pink. So there are some die cut papers in here that I could probably use if I want to make a little notebook to put in there, because they're all about the same, right? Even if I fold them and cut them, I could make a little notebook to put inside the page. So there is lots of pink. And I decided to keep each signature very much to its color coding. I debated about just meshing it all together, but then I had to try to balance that out, and I was like, oh, that's just too much to think about. And if I do decide to change my mind, say one signature just seems overwhelming compared to another one, because like this one, the front covers are probably the most different of them all. They all have either vertical, horizontal, cornered, something, right? So this one I want to enhance the purple flowers with a green background. We have a round doily, piles of paragraph we can probably put together real quick. So there's that sort of mimics it with the writing on it. I did one, so two of the signatures have Edith Holden pages that sort of matched their, you know, color coding, and the rest had doilies. There's your written page that's on front and back. You know, I made sure everything was sort of half and half. So in this case, you go both ways. You know, and it's sort of nice how it blends in with this. That one actually almost lines up perfectly with the wording. That's funny. I didn't even do that on purpose. That's great. In 3 volumes, author of, I think it's Pride and Prejudice and fun stuff like that. So all kinds of different background covers, vintage covers, like book covers, those title pages inside. Used them in places in the background. Die cut. So there's that. Like, so some things I'm gonna have to really search. I'm gonna go through my botanical stuff and add to the green, add to the blue. When purple, beige, and pink, I have all kinds of stuff for. The blue one, I wanted to enhance it with the blue butterflies, blue and teal. With the blue butterflies, I have one set of those. Maybe the teal. I did, so that was the other thing. They didn't have an Edith Holden. They got a embossed tea-dyed page. Again, I got this from handcrafted by Just Gigi. She had both. Oh, it's me in it. That's not supposed to be in there. Huh. Oh, yeah, there's stuff on there. It shouldn't be on there. I'll have to get a brush. Yeah, these guys are. Here's my brushes. I got these two from her in one of the kits that we bought. I'm misplacing my brushes. That's rude. I haven't been in my workspace for so long. I apparently rearranged things and do not know where I put them. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I have to leave my fan on behind me. It is 96 degrees outside. Not 96, 86 to 90 degrees outside. And my workspace, of course, is in my garage. So, anyway. Alright, well, there's something on it that I have to pull off. I got something on it. Rude. Which doesn't surprise me. This has been out here forever. Ah! So I drop everything and break it. Okay, what else? So, yeah, I don't know how long this video will be. I don't know how far we'll get, but I'll show you some stuff. So anyway, this is the orange and blue one. I like the idea of the complementary colors for the most part, or just really like blue with orange, of course. Pink and blue aren't complementary, but they're pretty together. Purple and yellow are complementary, but, you know, green and purple I love together. So some were just obvious, others were, you know, how can you not put those together? So this one, yeah, I'm going to have to find. I have some blue kits, so I'll probably pull from that. I do have a blue envelope and a blue something else that I could put in here, but I'm trying to balance out what we have and how I want to go about doing it. Purple one, I guess I have more purple butterflies for it. I had stuff, all kinds of stuff, like tags, little bits of, you know, stuff, but I found like the green and, you know, pieces that had some purple in it that might work to decorate up pages. This one had the doily and another Edith Holden. It was more of a yellow and green on this one. But everything's pretty much folded pretty much exactly the same, which does make it easy if I'm going to go. And I have more purple stuff that I was putting in a purple journal, so I do have a stash of purple stuff I could enhance this with if I needed to. But I'm trying to figure out where all of my ephemera is for this kit. I have very little in my packet, and I'm wondering if I pulled it out when I was making the, make sure I'm doing okay here. Yeah. When I was doing the grab bags that I put up for sale at one point, probably this time last year, I didn't think I had a full set, which I can't believe I would touch this. I really couldn't believe I would touch this because I knew I was going to make something of them. But I didn't find that much ephemera for this kit. I found a few, like a full blue kit for the mini kit, the mini file folder kit, which is what I'm thinking. Like, I enhanced the mini file folder kits when I was making all those birthday cards and Mother's Day cards and all that last year. I think I took pieces of the ephemera and enhanced them. Something, because I don't have a lot printed. So I'm going to have to go through my stack and find all the ephemera that I might have printed for this stuff to help enhance these. Now, this is one of my favorites because it is a cream base and all the flowers are on there, right? All the collages of it. And this one, you know, there's your writing journal pages. This one I did put in a slightly different order. You do have a piece of the fabric, not fabric, wrong one, digital wording pages from the Wildflower kit book that I used, because, you know, I did these guys, but I also had other pages, and so I blew them up as half pages for something. I think one of my printouts. Now this is where I have a file folder, mini file folder, and I have a large envelope. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to take the large envelope, we're going to make it a pocket for the file folder as a piece in here. So if we do this right, I'm using the flaps to keep it thick. We're going to cut this off and flip it around as an edge for another tuck. And the back side, we're going to do my usual 3 corners, and I'm going to glue it down thinner to stick some kind of journal card that I make. So on both ends of this one, with this, instead of it being on the front page, this was actually a secondary design piece. This cream color got 2 design pages, and then a journal page and a background page. When everybody else only got 1 journal page, 1 design, and 1 background. This one has 2. So I have my middle signature of the middle signature, middle of the signature with the middle signature, and it's going to have the pocket glued to the front and back. So I can stuff the front and back of this one. Hopefully not really inner, where you still have room to journal on this or layer however we see fit. So that was my biggest project I think we're going to do. Now, of course, I did not stamp anything before I got started. I was a dork on that one. So I didn't print on the back, I should say. So I think we're just going to stamp on the back. I have plenty of florals where we can use my light coloring, and we can do it that way. So I figured if anything today we would get this. I know for sure I'm using this. I know for sure I want to do something with it. So there we go. So how are you all doing? I miss you all. I know I've been trying to keep up with what everybody's doing and without getting too overwhelmed because, you know, I see what you guys are all doing and then I want to make stuff and I don't have time to physically make digitals. We're finally at a quiet spot. We have a lull in my husband's treatments and, you know, kids are out of school, so I don't have any schoolwork to do. My daughter did make color guard, as I mentioned in my digitals. And so she has about 4 more weeks of summer before she is in color guard band boot camp. And since they're part of the band regiment, you know, they're technically part of that group. So they all have that coming up soon. I don't think I'm going to stamp the inside of this one. I think we're just going to distress it a little bit. And so, yeah, she's got about 4 more weeks of summer. And then she's got 9 to 5, 2 weeks straight. And she gets 3 days, well, a weekend and 3 days to herself, and then bam, she starts school. It'll be like it's the 11th of August. It's ridiculous. I'm like, seriously? Could you be any farther away from Labor Day? Well, she could be, but you know. But they get a few more extra days in the school year that like the elementary school kids aren't taking. So I'm like, well, all right, you're getting a slightly longer Christmas, slightly longer spring break, things like that. So they're making up for it. You know, they're getting started earlier just because of all that needs to be accomplished. But I'm just going to try to fudge it down the middle a little bit. It's very white. Well, it's very white. There we go. So you can still write on it, but maybe you don't feel... This is probably where I should be using a brush, but my luck, I would overdo that too. So yeah, yeah, they don't have much, in some ways they don't have much summer left. It's sort of scary. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gone by so fast already and can't even breathe long enough. But yeah, I've been dying to work on this kit, and we have about 2 weeks before we have to start new treatments for my husband, so I can't even get a moment to try to do a retreat with my mom. I wish we could. I don't know. We sort of missed that window to do an early retreat, and then because now they're working on, you know, putting their floors. She's got to pack up the rooms and get the new flooring in for her. So eek, right? All right, so I need to cut the trim. First I'm going to do this end. We're going to distress everything, and then I'm going to cut it off and re-glue it on, and then we'll re-stress the corner. So normally this is an envelope. We cut it, we trim it, we have all kinds of fun with it. It is my clutch purse envelope that I originally started with way back when. I think I've perfected it a little bit, but this one, yeah, this is the 5. So yeah, this is what I call my clutch purse scalloped envelope because of all the extra fun pieces. And I mean, I still love it, but I like the fact that it has potential to be something that can be a complete flip out, something that can be like this. I'm going to use as pockets. It doesn't have to be another envelope, you know, to tuck in somewhere. Why have to tuck it in somewhere when we can just utilize it? So I'm going to use it as a pocket to both ends of the signature piece. And you have the fun thumb notch to make it decorative on one side, so when you stick in your journal cards or tags, it will, you know, sort of give a peekaboo look, and hopefully you can get everything out easily because it is sort of deep in its own right. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get time. You know, we might get a moment. I may even get a moment when school first starts, in between his treatments, and he's got a down moment and he's just resting. I could do a late retreat after she gets her flooring in, so we might get that. We might get that option. But yeah, right now we're dealing with, you know, still 90-degree weather in Central California. We get a little break and then it pops back up again. So I don't know. We'll see. I really was hoping this would be a cool summer, but that would make for a really hot return to school. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get without this rain. I don't know what we're getting. Really, I don't. We're going to really distress this because I can't tell my white line and my fold spot. I don't know if I cut this very well. And I cut this a while ago, so I was like, oh, yeah. There we go. So, like we've done, very much like our large my newer tag pockets, we're going to use that same sort of scallop effect, and we're going to flip it over, and we're going to make it an element like this, and we're going to leave it open here so I can tuck something in here. but close it down so we don't, we're going to utilize. Oh, I left everything inside the house. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, you know where it's supposed to go. I left all my glues in the house because we are back to that point of the year where things are too warm to be outside. They expand too much. So right now, all right, so the goal is then we're going to tuck this into it, and we're going to make a journal card to tuck into here. So I'm only going to glue here, here, and here, and we're only going to glue, we're going to glue the flaps down so it keeps it, so I have the depth. So if I want to make this a notebook, I can make it a file folder notebook. I could put small pieces of paper in here, make it a file folder notebook or mini journal, and we could stick it in here because the flaps are going to give me some weight or give me some give, so I can have a thicker pocket so they're not super flat like the back is. So we are going to put that one in there, and then the back side I'm going to glue here and here, and now we have a nice pocket to put a journal card, maybe a wide journal card in here on this side. So that is and see, just like that. Yeah, it fits in there beautifully. It's tucked in nicely. And that is potential for that, which I think is a great way to open up into, your signature. Now it does, and it breaks up this constant, like we have a cream page, a cream page, a cream page. Yeah, no, we need to break that up. I could flip it around the other way. The only other thing I could do would be, then it's upside down, shoot, would go glue it down here. Maybe so you could write on the right side, because a lot of you guys are righties, right-handers. So you would have to write on this, which make it bumpy. Yeah, maybe not, because then, yeah, that's great, but then you're writing on a bumpy. So never mind. We'll stick to this, because more than likely this is just going to be a pretty signature. But I might put a paper clip up here. I could put, I don't want to put a pocket, but maybe a belly band through here and a paper clip up here. So we're going to use this to put the extra fluff on, but we're not going to do it as a writing. We're going to leave the writing to this side. We're going to leave the writing to this side where if you put a writing board in there, you'll be fine, and you have writing on this side and onto the other, and you're not worrying too much about the bumpiness. But I definitely would suggest on this whole thing, and maybe I'll make one. We'll see what I end up with left. I have a lot of scraps left over. I'll maybe make a writing board to go with this journal so that you can put it in, underneath and have a flatter surface for your writing. So there's a lot of writing space in these guys. So, okay, so that's the basics to this one. So that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. I have the 5 signatures. I have some pieces started, gathered, right? And, we just have to decide whether or not this is going to be a full journal or this is going to be 5 separate journals. And that's the only thing I can't decide on. It really just depends on how much is in this and if I can balance it out. I'm 27 minutes in. I don't know if I want to keep going too much. I will try to get some projects lined up, ready to go. So as we're working on stuff, you're seeing me work on, maybe we're making this a cute, layered, I wonder if that would work. I'm looking at stuff going, well, wait a minute. What if we maybe find a spot on here that's not too much, but we layer it. All right, I slid it. So you have the pocket behind it, and we're layering it up in some way to make it a more bordered pocket piece. And we're going to make that a fun, what is that? Paint swatch pocket, slitted pocket or something. I want to put it on that, but I think I have other paper. I think I'm going to use, I don't want to mess those up. I don't want to use those. That's no fun. Here, I have paper. Let's see. I have book sheets. When I did Sammy's, then I ripped it, but that's fine too. When I did Sammy's lovely, I'm gonna do it like that. So I ripped the page when I pulled it out, but that's okay too. I can, use a piece of writing paper behind it, book page baby behind it. That's actually sort of fun. I'm like, wait, that's sort of fun. What are we gonna do? I don't want to do it on. That could be fun. Put it on there, distress it. You open it up, and then you have a decorative torn piece behind it. Glue it down. We'll slit this here so you can, glue here, slit it here and here to put little things in, and we'll decorate this outer edges so when you tuck behind it. That'd be fun. Ooh, I love that. Oh my, okay, there we go. Yeah, I had, when I did Sammy's gaming journal, I had to pull a lot of pages out of an old book and which is great because that gives me that automatic, you know, paper book pages that I need. So, and sometimes it's fun because of the little elements, you know, you can utilize it. And let's see, I know this is not totally what I expected, but let's see if we can prep this real quick, then we'll go. Then I'll let you go, and hopefully you'll come back as I work on bits and pieces of this when I get a few moments. We'll keep them pretty short. And but yeah, we've got treatments going, we've got color guard going. Summer's going by faster than we expected, and I don't know when I'm gonna do another set of digitals. So I know I'm known for digitals. I know that's my, oh, what do you want to call it, coup de grace, and what I've been known for. But I have so many supplies, guys, that at this point I sort of need to work on the supplies that I have, you know, and it still costs me money to print these things. It still costs me money to, you know, print and show it to you guys. And so, you know, I've got to use that stuff up somehow, right? So I don't want to, we'll do it this way. I'm going to slit it right on the top of the line, I think. And we're going to go about yay far, not too far. It will be smaller ephemera for sure. I know. So yeah, I don't know when, now this may totally get me going, and I may be like, oh, I need words for this, or I need something for this, and I may design something real quick and get it out in the shop. But I don't know. I really don't right now. I don't know when that's going to be, you know, the next option. And so right now we're going to make with what I have, share it with you guys, and then, but, okay, so if you made it this far, and you are watching me, and you're listening to me, haha, here we go. So, here's the other thing, really quick. My 2-year anniversary is like this week. I sold my first kit beginning of June, and by July 4th, Gail Gustinelli had got a hold of my stuff, found out that I was a new creator, and started purchasing and sharing all my stuff, and I took off my 4th of July weekend. I was just, woohoo! I couldn't be happier. And we are coming up on 2 years. I cannot believe, I feel like I just did my 1-year anniversary like spiel, right? I cannot believe 2 years have gone by. So starting July 1st through July 4th, so Friday through to the end, midnight Tuesday morning, there will be 20% off all my full journals and any mini journal kit that I've got going out there. So any of my $3.50, $3.99 mini journal sets, my journal cards, my tags, any of my small kits up to my full kits will be 20% off. And so I promise you it'll be an automatic. If it's part of my grouping there, it will automatically come off. But as a thank you to all my loyals, my newbies who watch me here, who follow me on Instagram, which keep an eye on that, that I want to say, you know, a special thank you to all of you and who keep following me. And I know a lot of you have a lot of my stuff, but we're going to keep going with it. If you haven't got something, you need something on a discount, maybe you haven't been able to do something because it's just not quite in your price range. Like I said, I'm going to put everything at 20% off. All the mini kits, journal kits, small ephemeras. Probably anything under $2.99 will not be 20% off because of the new hikes and some of the fees. It's a little harder. But we are getting there. So I just realized I went to go stamp this elsewhere, and super dark out somewhere else, but I didn't get enough dark on that. I couldn't help myself. I had to start adding stuff to this. But yeah, I'm going to have a July 4th 2-year anniversary sale, 20% off my full kits and my ephemera kits, and some of my, you know, medium to expensive kits will have the 20% off. Nothing in the really cheap stuff, of course, will be on sale because I can't afford the fees on it when I take 20% off. I just eat it a little too much. So, but 20% off the good stuff, the big stuff, and then, you know, go from there. So as a thank you and a continued thank you for all you guys' support and new ones who have just shown up and are checking things out. And see, I like that. And that'll be fun because then you have this over it. So you'll pop it, even though I go to the bottom, maybe sort of holds it. Oh, you're off camera. Sorry about that, guys. Here, so I'm thinking it's on top. Might put some lace up here. Ooh, I'll put pink lace, pink or white lace up here. just, you know, and then we'll decorate on this outer one, maybe this outer one here, but to where we can still tuck little things into this. This is where I think the, like a ticket is cute, right? Which way you want to go with it? Do we go, okay. So maybe, you know, when it's glued down, I'll decorate the ticket up just a little bit, and we can tuck in a ticket and decorate this corner. Or decorate this, we'll decorate this side and this side. Put this down the middle. But little things, we're going to decorate them up. We're going to keep them inside. And we're just going to make this cute little thing. And we're going to have a ball with it. Oh, I love when I find little things like this. This makes my day. This makes my day. So maybe we'll, yeah, I'm thinking we're going to decorate this up. Maybe tuck it in with it. Give this up and this up. Get them tucked in there just right. We'll decorate the front of this one. I don't know about decorating this side because I think it's going to get busy. So I think we'll just decorate this front and upward a little bit and make it look like 3 pieces. We'll put a card that's decorated by itself on here, and we'll put lace and some kind of gadget, you know, decor up here to sort of look like a paper flip without it flipping up. We're going to glue it down though, because it's too much going on that if you try to flip it up, I think you'll lose stuff. So, but it's all sort of hidden like a peekaboo underneath this lovely tea-dyed, not tea-dyed, but eco-dyed embossed paper. So there we go, guys. So a little bit of something on both those. We have an idea and something to work on. So once I have it sort of nailed down and I know what I'm doing with it, I will, oh, I like that pink one on that one. We will get those going. We'll actually sit here and we'll decorate, but I have to get myself in better organized fashion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design. I appreciate every subscription, like, comment, following, notification that you have. It makes all the difference. It shares it out there, lets YouTube know that people are paying attention, and I, you know, keep getting you guys to come and follow and find me as we move along. So here it is, Wildflower Garden Botanical Kit. It is a digital. I will put it down in my description if you are wanting to take a closer look at it. One of my first mega kits, which I've gotten bigger since then. Go take a look at it, follow along, design with me, have some fun. If it's not your thing, but you would love to purchase these as maybe individuals or as a whole for somebody you know that would, you know, really appreciate it, let me know. Where, you know, it's something that, whether it becomes a custom or it's something that you're just put your, keep your feelers out and watch me go along. But let me know, definitely. Would you like me to see this as one large signature journal? Or should I make 5 separates? And I would really like your feedback on that. Let me know. So, and again, remember, starting Friday, July 1st, the 2-year anniversary, 4th of July, 20% off sale, and all of my digitals. And I think I have 1 or 2 signatures, actual journals left. So I'll put 20% off those too. As just a thank you. If you decide you've been keeping an eye on one of my journals, I will put those all up, and you can get 20% off those too. So really appreciate it. Love you all, and we will be talking soon. Have a great day.